Yeah, I did see the Delta Pack thing. I'm excited to play the new season too, like the test servers tomorrow. That should be pretty nice as well. So let's see. I got my items. This is the reveal. This is what you guys get. So thank you very much to Ubisoft again for the drops today. You guys get an esport pack when you watch for 1 hour. At 3 hours, you get this reveal drop. At 5 hours, I think it's the headgear. 7 hours, I think it's the uniform. And 9 hours, you get an esport pack. So that's the drops. Thank you very much to Ubisoft for hooking them up. Don't forget as well, you can sub to me on Twitch and get my charm as well too, which looks like this. So sub on Twitch, free with Amazon Prime. You type # sub if you need that link. If you're on mobile, your Prime sub will not work unless you use that link. Oh yeah, let me open up this pack. I have an esport pack, I guess. Let's pop it. They gave you a dildo for watching the reveal? Yeah, bro. Be thankful. Very disrespectful that you don't appreciate the dill. You had 15 points on the predictions. I think I got like 11 or something. So I got the MP5, which is all that I really gave a fuck about. I'm probably just going to play casual for a minute, and then hopefully we can get a stack going. I don't really need to warm up for casual. Don't really need to warm up for casual. Well, I already buy the battle pass. I don't really care about the battle pass. Like I already bought. Like I buy the membership or whatever the fuck it is. Honestly, the membership has been so shitty lately. They need to like improve the membership. It is genuinely not good. Yep, by watching the stream, you still get drops. How did I get so much premium currency? I actually bought a bunch of the celebration packs when they came out, and they were available for Renown. So I bought 50 of them, and then I sold them all in the marketplace. I had like 30,000 credits from selling them. Another year, another choke. Well, that's just Falcons, bro. Like they just whatever. I'm in BDS, I guess. They I don't know, man. They've really just been, you know, not doing well, really just like losing finals for God knows how long, dude. It's been terrible. I mean, they have had what's on game control? They have had four tournaments now. 4 tournaments where they make the grand finals and then they lose. 4. They even lost EWC, which was the only thing that they were normally able to win. They get the Goyo Elite. Is it out now? I think that was just like a teaser or something, wasn't it? Or is it actually out? It's out? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll get it. I didn't know it was actually out. Shit. Fuck. Another guy just came out of nowhere. No, yeah, they took the ACOGs away from like everybody on defense pretty much. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Mm-mm. Mm. Okay. I want to get a lion round in so I can get this like last challenge done. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I don't know how much more I need. I have to like look at my thing. Yeah, I'll be live, don't worry. If you're here, you'll get all your drops. So just stay in here and you'll get them all. I got triple. You can claim the prediction skins. You claim them on the website, right? Let's see. Predictions. Okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, redeem. 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 Okay, it shows me successfully redeeming 5 uncommon alphabets, 3 rares, and the MP5 skin. So I just need to wait a few minutes and restart my game. That's all it says. So, pretty tight. Man, this guy's being annoying. I'm trying to do something real quick, buddy. You gotta chill out with that. Okay. And mini. Planted in here? No. Nice shield, bro. Okay. Ugh. I'm actually excited, dude. I don't want to restart my game and get my MP5 skin and my alpha packs. Dude. Well, I'll talk about the new season. Yeah, I haven't played it yet, but I mean the reveal was already done. So I mean, if you want opinions for anything, let me know. What do you guys think of the electrified castle barricades? Do not like that. It's okay. I whiffed. You like it? Seems useless. Oh, it's definitely not going to be useless because remember, it blocks ash charges. I don't really agree with that change, to be honest. I don't really want to deal with electrified castle barricades. It's just going to be like another annoying thing, but I mean, probably not the end of the world. I'm actually very excited to close and restart my game. I want to see this shit. Inca, sure. Ubisoft is probably going bankrupt because they stopped announcing their last financial results. I doubt they would be bankrupt. I don't know. I mean, anything's possible, I guess. Who fucking knows? But yeah, Ubisoft did stop their quarterly results and stuff like that. They did pause their so who knows? I once again, pure speculation, not financial advice, blah blah, whatever other disclosures are needed. I think they're probably going to either A, go private, or B, sell to Tencent. One of the two. One of the two. It just seems like the most likely situation. I mean, Ubisoft as a company is only worth $800 million right now, or has a market cap of $800 million. So, and you got to think that Tencent owns like 10% of the company, and Ubisoft themselves, like the founding family, owns like whatever, like 30% or something like that. So, I mean, realistically, buying the rest of it is going to be like a few $100 million, which they can finance. You know, I see that being a very likely scenario, but I don't know for sure. there's... Okay, this guy is just sitting on the window. Okay. Oh, let me restart my game so I get my my prediction skins. So make sure you guys claim your prediction skins. Like if you did predictions, you can now claim them on the predictions website. So just go to the predictions website and that's where you claim them. After you do that, wait a few minutes and you should just be able to restart your game. And you should be able to get it. Okay, so fully closed. Open. Do we get it? Let's see. Hopefully it's there. John Distract on Jay Taylor. It's on Recruit Live. I am very happy I'm 81 though, bro. I'm very happy.
He is right there,
Novel,
bro.
they jumped 2 month 3 sub. Welcome back. Okay, there it is. I got the MP5 skin. So this was the MP5 skin for getting... Wasn't this supposed to be fucking animated? Or no? I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. No. I was thinking of something else. I did get 8 alpha packs though, so let's pop those bad boys open. Alright. That's some garbage, but I'll take the renown. Alright.
He is
That
breakdancing
is
as
some
well.
garbage, but I'll take the renown. I'm probably just gonna get all duplicates, honestly. But like I said, oh, I got something I don't have. And it's trash anyway. Steel Wave headgear. Literally one of the worst seasons ever. That season was so riddled with cheaters. Okay. So these are the items I got. I got the MP5 skin, and I got these out of my packs. Big move. Big move. Go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, and then we'll queue it up. Oh yeah, the Goyo Elite. We can look at it. It is actually out. Wow. Big Goyo Elite. Let's see what the This is the Goyo Elite. At least he's not doing 15 kick flips or, backflips. Actually, it's not too bad. At least it's related to his gadget and stuff. I'm pretty it's pretty decent overall. All right, let me go to the bathroom real quick. Ugh. Get back. Okay. Falcons lost. I mean, I was happy M80 won. I wanted M80 to win. I was rooting for them. But I definitely feel bad for Falcons, bro. They definitely I don't know, man. They just have something that they just choke finals. They look great up until the finals. They normally even play okay. And there's like a certain point in the finals where like they just choke, dude. It's like if you can make it to the finals versus Falcons, you'll probably just win. You know? Okay. Oh wait, did we ever get that challenge done? I don't think I even did. Oh, okay, I gotta do that. Okay. Here we go. I don't know what it is. They just, you could see it on their faces too with Falcons. Like something happens. Like they have the talent, or realistically, they should always be contenders for events. Right? Like they should always be in. I'm just getting shot through the window. Okay. They should literally always be in contention to win events. Always. Right? But they just never do. They make it to the finals, they choke. They've choked 4 finals now. 4 finals. And like a lot of these, you know, like I don't know. I think it's just a mental thing at this point. It has to be. It has to be a mental thing at this point. Do you think Ubisoft will actually do anything against cheaters? Or is it just smoke and mirrors because they've been saying the same shit for years? I appreciate, you know, they did a huge thing where they were like talking about cheaters and they were saying basically like fuck cheaters, essentially. I mean, I appreciate it and everything, don't get me wrong, but once again, actions speak louder than words, right? If they're, you know, gonna be, you know, making this whole like charade about that, like, you know, if it actually happens, great. But I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I know that. Listen, there's people that are fucking tinfoil-hatted and insane people. Okay, the devs definitely don't want there to be cheaters. You know, they don't like cheaters. A lot of them play the game and they play cheaters. I mean, nobody wants that shit. Okay. But at the same time, like just realistically, they've never been able to get a good control over cheaters for the most part. I will say kind of recently they did. Like during Operation Twin Shells, they did. Gosh, what? I just died to a fucking potato person, bro. That's actually crazy. That's how I die. That is actually crazy. Yeah, I am. That's honestly one thing that I think that they'll do, and they'll probably come through. There's like the bi-weekly updates or whatever. That seems kind of cool to me. And did you guys see how they're gonna be like rotating like ranked maps and stuff?
He is breakdancing his rook.
Stara, thank you for the prime sub. H. I'm excited to see that though. There's also like the big one is like the ranked map rotation. Like I don't know, it'd be pretty cool to see like maybe there's a map that people don't really like, right? Like they take maybe say like Emerald Plains out of Oregon, right? Okay, so they take Emerald Plains out, right? But then maybe they bring it back like a couple weeks later, and then people are like, you know what? I kind of miss playing Emerald Plains, and then they play it, It might get people to play maps more often that they maybe normally just ban.
He is breakdancing his rook.
Hyper Kappa, I think it's Prime sub. You want Oregon gone? Why? Just so that's the only map people want to play. Funny enough, I don't even get to play Oregon that much. You just loaded a ranked match and it was Oregon. I don't know. I haven't really had too many like issues and stuff like that. I don't know. I barely even play Oregon for that matter. I barely even play it. Potato. Is this real? What do you mean? Am I live? Yes. Am indeed live.
He is breakdancing his rook.
Hasker, the Twitch Prime sub. I want to play, dude. Be this guy. I'll be this guy. I gotta wait. Dude, it's so annoying you can't spawn peek in casual. Yet they're shooting. I hit him? Go. I hit him even? Guess not, maybe. Mm-hmm. What's on corn? Bears on top in the north? What do you mean? The Chicago Bears or some shit? Let's see. Yeah, I guess the Bears are ahead. Haven't the Bears had way easier games though? I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention, but I mean, the Lions literally beat them fucking 52-21. So bro, they've been playing like the most ass teams like ever to get free wins. A lot of food.
He is breakdancing his rook.
My wife wants me.
He is breakdancing his rook.
Wow, that's good, bro. That is good. My wife made me a steak and udon. Steak and udon. One's playing on that, right? Only 3 people. I'm gonna assume no one's playing that. Why are they not playing the Miras? Like, what? Okay, they double reinforced freezer. Nice. Mm-mm-mm. Australia isn't real. Yeah, that's why this is a make-believe map. Oh, like I fucking hit. I hit a fucking lion call, and this guy's just I guess it is, but like why?
He is breakdancing his rook.
Dab coffin, they the prime sub. What are you watching? My beast teammate clutching up. Right. To count my last line round. rotate, damn it. I claimed. Sorry, team. No one took my armor? No one took my armor, bro. That is crazy. No one took my damn armor. Oh, I got one of them. Ace being a 1-speed. You guys see how mute got changed too, though? Like Ace isn't countered by mute anymore. I can't believe they buffed Hibana's primary. I literally cannot believe they buffed Hibana's primary. I'm very surprised, bro. Like, that shit was already super fucking good. I think 3.0 might save the game. Honestly, a lot of the changes that they put out or they were talking about, I was pretty happy with. But keyword, there's a saying, right? Talk is cheap. Anybody can say anything, right? I mean, politicians do. I don't want to get into politics, but politicians do it all the time, right? They tell you exactly what you want to hear so that you vote for them, right? Video game companies, CEOs, like everybody else, everybody says everything, right? So let's see when the updates come out, how good they are, and like if it actually really does, clean things up. I hope it will. I mean, I like Siege still. I know a bunch of people like don't even like it anymore, like content creators, and they just play it solely because it's their job and stuff, and that's fine too. But I literally I do like Siege. On this, blink twice or they promise shield changes. I don't know. Everything that I know is for that I knew in advance was for this season. So I have no future information that's being held back by NDA or anything like that anymore. My thoughts on how the major turned out. Honestly, this major had some of the best production I think I've ever seen at a major. That was great. The games were great. NA won. How can I complain? 10 out of 10. Falcons sold 4 majors in a row. Oh, it's some of those were invitationals. I mean, I do feel bad for Falcons. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, it's weird. They're such a talented team. There's something holding them back, like mentally. It has to be because literally, dude, until the finals, they play great. They really do. And normally, even in the beginning of the finals, they play good. But as soon as there's like a round that they like should win and they throw, it seems like their mental just breaks. Yeah, I think they just it gets in their. It must just get something. Dude. I don't know what it is, but yeah, something causes them to like joke. There's no way that that roster should have one major under. That's all they have. They won one major 3 years ago, and they've just like they're always like contenders. But I mean, this is now four major tournaments that they've choked in the finals. Like they've been dominant through the whole tournament, and then they choke the finals. They're always the bridesmaids, never the bride. Pretty much, yeah, dude. I mean, it sucks. I feel bad for them. I really do. I feel bad for them. But you know, what are you gonna do? I mean, I still want M80 to win. I always root for NA. I mean, I'm used to be an NA pro player. Hot and Cold is actually my old teammate. You know, pretty much all the other players I used to play ranked with at some point or another. So I gotta root for them. You know, I want them to win. Falcons. I mean, they'll still probably stay together. I mean, they just need to figure out how to get over that mental hurdle in the finals. How's it going, Mr. Fisty? How's it going? How does it feel to not be a 100% win rate Creator Cup champion? You didn't lose? I think you did. Oh, if my C4 still went off, I'd kill everybody. Uh-huh. You let them win. I'm sure, buddy. I'm sure. Yeah, I will say, though, that would be pretty magical, right? If that, like, the 6th Invitational is going to be in Paris in 3 months. If they win the 6th Invitational in Paris, that would be pretty sick. Like, I think a number of them are from Paris, too. Like, literally from Paris. I'm not gonna lie, deep down, okay. Of course, I'll always root for NA and stuff like that, but a part of me would want to see them win in Paris. Let's put it this way. I'll always root for NA first, right? But I would definitely not be mad if they won. I'd be happy for them. I feel like they've just been through so many like tough losses. Well, I'd always root for NA first and then G2, probably because Stompin's on there. And after that, I don't really care who wins, honestly. Canadian who? No, Canadian's NA. Canadian? What do you mean? Is Canada not part of fucking North America? So yeah, any NA teams I'm rooting for first, then G2 because of Stompin. It'd be cool to see Stompin win too. I don't know. Yeah, past that, Falcons. Also, I like the Falcons players. I know some of them and stuff a bit. And I love their coach. I love Julio. Julio is a fucking G. I literally love Julio. Bro, he's just spamming his gun and I walked into it! Oh my god. How old is Stompin' again? He's 18. Dude, do you know what made me feel so old? Somebody said that when I won the Invitational, Stompin' was like 9 years old. Isn't that fucking crazy? I felt so old when someone said that. But I was like, damn, I'm old as fuck, bro. I mean, it's true. I won. This is going to be the 10th Invitational. I won the first one. I won and bailed after. Yeah, so what? What are you gonna do about it? 100% win rate, baby. You blame Bikini? You cannot fucking blame Bikini. Yeah, reserve. Oh, now I'm like Dude, now I'm like well over like 20k. Like probably 25k now, hours. So on my main account alone, I have 19,000 hours. On the test server, I have another 1,000. I have an alt account with like, I don't know, like probably like 3,000 or 4,000 more hours. And then I have another account that's at like, I don't know, not a lot, a few hundred hours. But then there's also like a bunch of like private test servers and stuff that I've been a part of. Why is this guy just now looking over? Yeah. The way this solves is next show match we play against each other. Okay. Works for me, buddy. I'll take Bolo, who you sold down the river. He and Bolo are undefeated together as well. You sold Bolo was undefeated in the Creator Cups too. And then he played one time with you, Pisty. Going out with friends for donor. All right, buddy. Enjoy, enjoy. Honestly, these guys are idiots. The reason you don't put this so close is because it blows up the yellow mine. Bro! That fucking Wamai, dude. Oh. Is he's eating 6 donors a day? Pretty much, dude. I'll be right back. I have these plates in this thing. I am done eating. Right back. Ugh. Bro, I just took the fattest shit in the world. That thing was a genuine monster. Genuine fucking monster. Oof. That was crazy, bro. That was literally fucking nuts. Shaika was crying. I know, bro. Felt bad. Man, I still wanted I still wanted M80 to win. Oh, by the way, I actually have these tabs open still. You know how I was telling you guys that Detroit has like a lot of like these are available for sale right now. Like a lot of really fucking cool kind of like Gilded Age, like Art Deco style kind of houses and stuff like that. Okay, so I found a couple of them that are like pretty crazy. They're definitely expensive, but check this one out, dude. $2 million basically, 7 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 14,000 square feet though. Check this bad boy out. This one's actually pretty, and this is in a nice area too, like a really nice area. Look at look at the inside of this place. Fucking crazy. This shit. This is like the foyer, I guess. Office. Like floors are crazy in there. This looks like a sunroom maybe of some kind. Badass. This is a house in Rainbow? No. This is a house in Detroit. It's a real house. You could buy this house right now for like 2 mil. Honestly, for like think about it. When you think of like $2 million, what gets you in like say like New York City, right? You get some like 1 bedroom like apartment compared to getting this for like 2 mil. The kitchen's definitely updated. That's one of the most expensive things to update. Oh, it's kind of cool. They have the old ice box. This used to be like an ice box back in the day. They actually saved it. That's kind of cool. Wow, look at that woodwork, dude. That's fucking crazy. Look at that. There's stained glass in this place. This is the upstairs of the house. This is gorgeous, dude. It's actually gorgeous. This is cool as shit, dude. That's a cool tile as well. I mean, this is like some, I don't know, hangout area, I guess, or something. There's a stained glass window in the ceiling. This is a really cool house, dude. It's like an old sink. Laundry room's gigantic. It's like a laundry room mechanical room, I guess. Workout room. Prison. Yeah, maybe a prison there. I don't really know. This is like an add-on. There's just like, this is, oh, you know what this probably is? I bet you any money this is like housekeeping or something like that. Like there's a, probably you go through that hall, there's a mechanical room and there's like the housekeeping area and shit. That's pretty cool though, dude. I mean, I think it's pretty sick. Yeah, for 2 mil. I'm not saying 2 mil is not a shit ton of money, but like, you know, once again, you're getting a 13,000 square foot house that's like a cool, like, Gilded Age mansion, basically, made out of stone. And it has, like, all custom woodwork. Should have done those in reverse, but it's okay. Be creepy at night? I don't think it'd be that creepy. Oh my god! Check this one out. So this one is a monster, bro. This one I kind of showed it earlier. Okay. This one's an absolute fucking monster. $1 million, okay? But it's 35,000 square feet. Which is fucking crazy. Okay? So this is in Detroit. It's in Palmer Park, which is like actually an incredibly nice area to live. Now, you would probably have to spend a lot of money to rehab this house. Like, I don't know if the roof looks like it might be okay, which would be like, I don't know, in a house like this, probably a $500,000. I don't know. You'd have to get it inspected, I guess. Bro, look at this shit. I mean, you'd have to get... Definitely would have to get things done. Like, whatever the fuck this is, this needs to be done, basically, right? But, I mean, it's pretty... Like, probably, I'm guessing all these doors... Any woodwork would probably need to be refinished. But look at what you would get for $1 million. Bro, this is crazy. Look at this shit. This is in Detroit, once again. This house is like $1 million for sale. So, like, you probably would have to... I'm sure you'd have to spend a lot, I'm guessing, to get this up, you know... I'm guessing probably easily like a few $1 million to get it up and running. Done it, man. No, this is live. This is sick though, dude. Man, I wouldn't want to like buy it or live there. It's just too big and expensive to maintain and shit like that. But it's cool to look at. I mean, I don't know. Like, see how much work it would need in certain areas. I mean, I appreciate like cool old architecture and like buildings and stuff. Keep the patina. I don't know, bro. That's not really patina. This shit's just fucked up because it's old. They probably haven't redone this shit like ever. It's probably literally 100 years old. I mean, these floors need to be refinished. You could refinish them the same way, but they need to be refinished. That is not patina. Shoot that shit, dog. Go. Patina these cheeks. Well, that doesn't make a difference. That's still not patina. You're wrong. That wood is beat the fuck up. You know, honestly, though, you could probably... On a lot of that woodwork, there's a new piece of technology that probably most people aren't really thinking about. Have you guys ever seen the lasers that people use to remove old finishes and varnishes off furniture and, like, walls and stuff? They are expensive. They're like thousands of dollars, but dude, they strip off all of the old like varnish and stain like super fucking quickly. Most of that wood you could redo yourself. It's not that hard. Bro, are you fucking insane? This is a 35,000 square foot house. This is the size of a grocery store. And the walls all have wood paneling and every doorway has like wood trim. There's probably quite literally hundreds of doors. You did wood finishing? Yeah, you're not going to be able to refinish that easily. Bro, you probably painted a fucking birdhouse. I mean, dude, look. I'm dead again. I can show you. You would need to strip all of this and redo all of this. And there's like a ton of this shit. All of it. Look at all the windows. There's all this built-in shelving, right? There's wainscoting all over the fucking walls, right? You would have to strip, sand, and redo all of this. Bro, every room is like this. This is a 30... Look at this shit, bro. You're telling me you're going to easily fucking do this? These are wooden pillars. This whole wall. All this floor. Bro, this is the size of a grocery store. It's a 35,000 square foot house. You're going to do this easily on your... You're going to redo the fucking ceiling? You're going to redo the fucking... There's a fucking church inside of here. You're going to redo the ceiling. By your... quickly, you're saying. Not that hard. All this detailed fucking work. This is just another random fucking room. Look at all the wood floor. Look at all this shit. I'm not saying you can't do it yourself. This would take years to do yourself, probably. Look at all these doors that are not even hung right now. Look at this shit, bro. You're doing this by fucking... You're gonna do all this? You're not. You're doing all this. All this detailed fucking woodwork. All this shit. This is probably fucking 15 feet tall. Look at this. This is another room. These rooms are not the same room. They're different rooms. Look at this. This is a fucking... This is... Bro, this is like the size of a grocery store. Looks like the roof is new on it, though. Even in this kitchen, dude. This is the guest house. This is probably where the person was actually living. You would need to strip out all these floors, or like sand all the floors and restain them. I'm not saying you couldn't do it, but doing this shit by yourself would legitimately probably take you like a year, like years probably. And that's just the wood. That's just the wood. That doesn't include all of the other shit, right? There's parts of the house that need to be completely restored. This will keep you from being bored for like 10 years, I guess. That's like a year's worth of work for like an entire specialist team. That's what I'm saying, bro. I mean, if you think about... Okay, look at this. I'll give you an example. A regular home, right? You did trades for 10 years? Dude, this is like... This is a dream house for you. I don't know. Buy it and restore it. You'll make a shit ton of money. It's actually in a really desirable neighborhood. If somebody actually bought and restored that house properly, they could probably sell it for like... $5 to $10 million. It's in a really like exclusive neighborhood in Detroit. Just no one wants to do it because it's such a big undertaking. Ugh. Shadow gave me away. That's truly unfortunate. I mean, it would take literally years to complete that. Like as a solo person. Let's just put it this way. Think about how long it takes to like rehab a house. That's not even that bad, by the way. Like a full remodel for a house. A full remodel for a house takes like probably a year. And remember, that's like the average house is like 2,000 square feet. Okay? That house is 35,000 square feet. 35,000. Okay? It's literally 17 and a half times bigger. And that's not including there's a basement. They don't include basement square footage. The basement is probably another 17,000 square feet. And there's also a carriage house. You're talking like probably like I don't know 55,000 square feet that you'd have to remodel. The basement would be like a movie theater. Bro, the basement is like 17,000 square feet. What do you mean a movie theater? You understand how fucking big that is? 17,000 square feet is like double the size of a Whole Foods. That's your basement. I don't think you're understanding how large of a fucking property this is. I have no idea, Scarm. Psycho Phoenix, though, thank you for the Tribe 79-month resub. Welcome back. Very much appreciated. Thank you very much, Psycho Phoenix. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, it looks like you could probably live in the carriage house till you rehabbed the main house, because the carriage house looks like it got remodeled. Your uncle had a house with 50 acres in his basement. I know. It doesn't matter how much land he has. This is a 35,000 square foot house above ground. There's another 17,000 square feet below ground, and there's also a guest house. Your land doesn't matter. Like, that's... The basement alone of this property is like 8.5 times larger than the average home. Yes. This, bro, I don't like this house. This house basically, it's $1 million for 35,000 square feet above ground. Okay, you have, and then you have 35,000 above ground, 17 below. Okay, and you have a guest house. Okay, if you actually 10,000 is not the size of a Walmart distribution center. They're like 1 million square feet. That's just not true. It's 10,000 square feet is like the size of a Whole Foods, pretty much. Basically, if you bought that house, it would probably be like several $1 million to get it together, like to get it semi-functional. It doesn't actually look too bad on the inside, but it definitely needs like all the wood needs to be refinished. All the floors need to be refinished, like all the wood floors. There's tons of like custom woodwork all over it. It all needs to be stripped and sanded and stained and sealed again and repaint everything. Everything needs to be repainted. There's whole rooms that are just like ripped to the studs and stuff like that. All of that needs to get redone. Okay? I mean, if you go the full square footage, including the basement and the carriage house, it's like 55,000 square feet is the same size as, like, depends where you live, right? Like Kroger or Ralph's if you live on, like, the West Coast or whatever. Like, that, like, that size of store. That size grocery store, you would have that as a house. Okay. It probably needs all new electrical work. It probably needs all new plumbing. No. There's literally a section of the house that there's a tunnel that goes out of the house to like the like basically like the staff quarters. That's how big this fucking house is. I mean, just in materials alone, it would probably be, I don't know, a couple million. I think to actually get that house back to like its former glory, you'd need to drop like, I don't know. It would really just depend. Probably 5-6 million between buying the house and like actually restoring it. But if you actually did that, you could sell it for like double. There's plenty of really wealthy people in Detroit that would buy that house if it was restored. Probably no one wants to take the headache of restoring it, but there's like plenty of properties that are, Mm-mm-mm. I'll open the walls. Well, I mean, just think about how long it takes to, like, once again, it would probably take years as well. It's like, once again, it's why no one's done it. It's why no one's done it. That house is gonna have a really, really, really specific buyer. I mean, maybe if somebody like owned a construction company and did like a lot, like you could probably do it like in sections. I mean, the house is so damn big, you could do it in sections. I feel like one of two things will happen with that house. Three things. One, it just never sells because it's just so fucking big and it would be so expensive to put it together. Just, it doesn't, no one's gonna want to do it. Option two is that someone's gonna buy it and they're gonna redo it in sections, right? Like someone who's got a good amount of money, but like a good amount of time, I guess, too. And maybe they either do it themselves or they hire people and they just do it in sections. Like they live in the guest house to begin with until they get like maybe the kitchen and the bedroom and the family room sorted. And then after that, then maybe they, you know, move in the house and they just do it like in sections, right? Sure. Okay, you don't got to redo the basement like pretty much ever if you don't really want to. Okay. Option C is there's a lot of people that just have a shit ton of money, and there might just be the person that has like multiple homes, and they might just buy it and just have the whole thing redone perfectly, right? And fully restored, all that kind of stuff. And then, you know, at that point, good to go. I hope that somebody just buys it and fully restores it. That would be pretty cool. I don't know. I don't like seeing cool old, you know, buildings and houses and stuff like that get just basically rot, you know. On a bomb. Last. Over here. Ace. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I wonder, like, you know, obviously someone will buy that house eventually, probably. The thing is, and it's in a pretty desirable area. It's in an area called Palmer Park in Detroit, which is like a pretty like ritzy neighborhood in Detroit. But it's actually on the Highland Park side. So Palmer Park is like a decently large area. And there's actually a city, it's right outside of Detroit called um oh my gosh, why the fuck am I blanking out? Hell yeah. Highland Park. Oh my gosh. Losing my mind. But so you'd probably pay lower taxes, like property taxes in Highland Park. And evidently there's no back taxes or water bills owed on the property. Honestly, what it really looks like is they just kind of let the main house deteriorate and then they just like, I bet you any money that it was like the original family, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that still owned. Let's see. I mean, there's probably property records. I'm actually super curious now. Let's see. Property records. Gotta be. Let's see if it's let's see if there's like history on it. Uh, It's never. No. Yeah, the original family must have owned it this entire time. Because the first time they put it up for sale was in 2023 for $9 million. Obviously, no one bought it. They removed it and dropped it to $7 million. Removed it, added back for $7 million, removed it, added back for $7 million, removed it again and dropped the price by to $6 million, removed it again, dropped it to $1,250,000, and now they dropped the price again to $1 million. But it's never been sold. At least in the past, like, you know, however many years there's been. So it's probably the original family that owns it, which makes sense why the guest house is, like, functional. You know, like, the person probably couldn't afford to upkeep the main home because it's just so big and, you know, crazy and stuff like that. So probably what they did is they were living in the guest house more than likely. Because the guest house is, like, fully updated. Like, it's like a modern, you know, it's completely modern inside of there. When was it posted for $9 million? 2023. I get fried. Yeah, I'll show you guys the pricing history. Who's that? So see, it was originally 9 mil, but it's never sold before. So see, you know, it's just been listed only and removed, but there's no sale or anything like that. So I don't think it's probably just. That's my guess. I don't know for sure, but, like, you look at it, crazy nice house, right? But the thing is, inside, it looks like it's basically been, you know, kind of abandoned. It still has, like, you know, it doesn't look like it's been, like, taken over by squatters and shit, I guess, but, I mean, it's definitely, this is probably the basement, I'm guessing. I don't really know. Anyway, gorgeous woodwork everywhere, like, really nice place. Okay, needs a lot of work for sure. Like, probably, I don't know, even at the cheapest, probably $1 million worth of work, and that'd be like probably, you know, you gotta wait till they get sick of paying the property taxes. But look at this. This is the guest house now. So there's like a guest house on the property right here, right? Like it's called a carriage house. So it's basically when there's like garages and then there's like above it they would put you know, living space or like a hangout space. I feel like this is where they live though, because they had a kitchen in here, right? Like a basic kitchen, right? And there's like a basic bathroom, and it looks like this would have maybe been like a bedroom. You know what I'm saying? And there's a laundry room in there, bathroom, shower. This is all like new. Like I would say 99% they couldn't afford to upkeep the main home, and then they just moved into this and they inherited the house. Enzy could buy themselves. Well, I think the problem is, like I said, is not even the, like, $1 million for that is the steal of a century. The property taxes are high up there. Pretty high, yeah. We actually have, like, I don't know what they are. I mean, you could probably get an estimate on them. Let's see. There's probably an estimated property tax thing. Let's see. Property tax estimates. It's on 2 acres. Built in 1920, so it's 105-year-olds old. They do have an HOA. It's... What the fuck, bro? The property taxes are $100,000. What the fuck? Look. Yeah, ain't no one ever buying this shit. Yeah, bro. Well, the thing is, there's actually, like... I mean, there's houses around there that are, you know, just as nice as that house, if not even nicer. And more expensive, but they're owned by people who live in them. I mean, if you could get it reassessed at $1 million, right? If it was at like $1 million assessment, I think it actually no, that's so fucked, bro. Look at this. The assessed value is at 1.2 million. But that might be like double. It might be like technically assessed at like 2.5 maybe or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how Zillow calculates these because it's not showing the millage rates and stuff or whatever. But if that's actually true, you're paying 10% property taxes a year, which is fucking crazy. I'm guessing too, like probably the big expense is I'm sure all the plumbing and electrical is like fully shot. That's probably also a thing. Probably the combination of like the property taxes plus the plumbing being shot. That's my guess. Let's see. Check it out. Property tax rate in Highland Park. 71.95 mils. So, wow, that's actually crazy high. Why is that so high? 50,000 taxable value. So I think that's half is like how it's normally like done. That's actually fucking insane. 71.95 mils is like nuts. So like on a $50,000 assessed home, you'd pay $3,500 a year, which is crazy. But that would be like $100,000 home. So $100,000. Actually, I mean that's like 3.5% basically. So you could probably get the property taxes lowered on this place to like. You could probably get them lowered to like 30,000 a year, or maybe a little bit left, maybe a little less. The plumbing maybe not, but the electricity most likely. I mean, this house is 100 years old, and nothing's ever been. It looks like everything is essentially untouched for 100 years. I mean, I doubt the plumbing is still going to be good in that place. There's like basically no way. Electrical is probably 100 years old. I mean, there's probably both of those got to go. It looks like they threw a new roof on it though. I mean, unless I'm going crazy, but it looks like the roof is like pretty new. If I'm like, Also, you got to remember, you'd have to pay property taxes. Or sorry, and you'd have to insure this place as well too. Bro, like, can you imagine the insurance on a 35,000 square foot house? It doesn't matter if you get it even for free. You'll probably still pay like, I don't know, like 50,000 a year in insurance or something, maybe more, maybe 100. I don't fucking know. No, I'm not saying for me. I was we were talking about earlier, like kind of like Gilded Age mansions and shit, and I was like, oh yeah, there's some in Detroit that are for sale right now, and I was showing some of them, and I was like, that one is like, I see why no one's buying it though. If the property taxes got lowered, and I don't know, probably somebody would buy it. Probably somebody would buy it. If the roof is new and the property taxes got lowered, someone would probably pick it up and redo it and sell it. Probably. Some in New Jersey feel like property tax is highest in the nation, sometimes disputed by Illinois. We actually have pretty crazy property taxes here too. New Jersey might be like a little higher. I heard they're like horrible there. But it's not everywhere in like Michigan and stuff like that, and in the Detroit area. But some of the cities in Detroit, there's like absurdly high property taxes here, like absurdly high. I mean, like that's crazy, dude. That house that we just looked at is assessed at $1.2 million, right? So the city thinks their house is worth $1.2 million. I don't know how Zillow's assessment works. Maybe they consider it being worth, you know, a little over 2 mil or whatever. But you pay $100,000 a year in property taxes. So you're either paying 10% or 5% at like best. You know? All right, chat. I'll hit you guys with the rerun, I think. But I think I'm going to get off and get some shit done. And then get some sleep. And then tomorrow I'll be on like earlier. Back to normal schedule. I'll be back to normal schedule tomorrow. Scarm, you delayed way too long. You were trying to get people. It's been an hour. Michigan is 10th on the list for property taxes. That could, I believe that, right? That could be, I believe that. But the problem is there's the good neighborhoods and areas to live in have absurdly high property. So here's the thing. If you live in if you live in Detroit or like the surrounding cities and neighborhoods around Detroit, we have absurdly high property taxes. We probably have some of the highest property taxes in the entire United States. Like honestly, like I've seen rates from other places and ours are higher. Like anywhere in Texas I looked, ours were higher. Okay? So the thing is, if you go outside of Detroit, it's basically just empty land, more or less. I mean, it's not completely, there's Grand Rapids and stuff, but like if you're outside of those certain cities, like it's property taxes are like don't exist, basically. Right? So like as an example, if you're just in some random area in northern Michigan, you could have like a fucking, you know, a trillion fucking acres literally, and you'll pay like $10 a year, and like there's just no infrastructure to pay for, really, you know. Like Lansing has like decent taxes. They're like that's more on the normal side. That's probably where the 10th in the state comes from. All the nice cities and neighborhoods, places that people would really want to live in, they have absurdly high property taxes. I remember the one time I looked and we had higher property taxes, like my personal ones were higher than anywhere in Texas that I could find, almost anywhere in Illinois, and like almost anywhere in New Jersey, almost anywhere in New York. Like they were like literally higher than almost everywhere, like percentage wise. Anyway, I'm gonna call it there. I'll leave you guys with a rerun though. If you're on the other platforms like, you know, TikTok and YouTube and Kick or whatever, come to Twitch. It does suck, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Property taxes fucking blow. I'd rather pay more money, but have it be an income tax or like some other form of taxes. Like I get it, you need to make up the revenue somewhere, but it like it blows because this is the thing is like you pay that forever, and it's like you don't really own your property. The thing is, then if your like income goes up or down, uh, you know, if you retire, you just still always owe that money forever, right? No matter what. You die, you give your house to your kids, stuff like that, right? One of them wants to live there or something. You owe that money is owed forever, right? I don't know. I hate the idea of property taxes. And once again, I get that they need to be made up somewhere. I'd rather pay more income tax and sales tax and I don't know, whatever else. Make up some other taxes to make up the revenue, but I don't know. Property tax just feels shitty to me, but anyway, chat. I'll leave you guys with a rerun. If you're new to the stream, follow me on Twitch. It'll put me in your followers list. Notification bells right next to it. It'll ring, give you a notification when I go live. I stream pretty much every day, but I don't really have a schedule, so just follow and turn on notifications. Anyway, also too, not to get political, but I feel like it's also like a way to kind of like suppress most people, like people that are like regular people, because the thing is, if somebody makes like fucking you know, shit ton of money, right? They probably have a nice house, but percentage wise to their income, it probably doesn't make as much of a difference, right? But most regular people, their most expensive asset, right, is their home. So if they have to pay property taxes on that forever, right? I don't know. Now we're getting to politics, but this is my opinion. Okay, I feel like if it's your principal residence where you live, right? So not a second home, not a vacation home, not a business, not a rental property, nothing like that. You're a person living in the house, right? You got to live there like majority of the year. If you want to live somewhere else half the time or whatever, you don't get this, you don't get it, right? But up to a certain amount, you should get a deduction. I don't know, whatever it is. Maybe the first $10,000, $20,000 in property taxes. I don't know, make up a fucking number. Mostly so that regular people are not getting fucked over. So basically, you just don't owe property tax on that. And then you can make up the taxes, you know, by charging a higher like income tax or I don't know, whatever you want. You got to make up revenue, right? But a lot of it is if you just include those specific people, like it's their house, their principal residence, they live there majority of the year, whatever, you could make up 9 months of the year or something like that, whatever you want to do, right? Those people, it's actually not that large of a number because a lot of the property taxes come from businesses, investment properties, second homes. I mean, principal residences still obviously are a big thing, but I don't know. Yeah, you make it up some other ways, right? I don't know. I feel like it's basically a regressive tax on people whose like largest asset is their home. Anyway, now I'm getting into like political stuff kind of. We don't want to do that. But anyway, on brighter note, follow me on Twitch. It'll put me in your followers list and turn on notifications. The notification bell is right here. It will ring and give you a notification when I go live. I stream every day, but I don't have a schedule really, so just follow and turn on notifications. You can sub to me on Twitch at any time, but if you're on mobile, make sure to sub through either this link or this link. It'll save you the roughly 30% extra that you have to pay Google or Apple, and Prime subs do not work through the app anymore. So if you want to sub with Prime and you're on mobile, you have to use these links. Rest of the stuff I'll put in the chat. Main YouTube channel, Psych YouTube channel, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Discord, a day. Okay. Main YouTube channels right there. There are edited highlights and videos and stuff. Honestly, I shouldn't even say that. I don't really post there much anymore. I'm actually going to post my reaction to the reveal there. But I don't really post stuff to my main YouTube channel very much anymore. But I do put shorts there every day. But I will have a very special video coming up, like a Save Siege type of video for everything that I think that's gone wrong with the game over the past few years. So if you want, sub to the main channel for that. It's coming soon. Second channel, full games of Siege every day at 9 a.m. Eastern. And I back up all my Twitch VODs at 8 a.m. So make sure you go check that out. Twitter, I post before I go live on Twitter and just like random stuff. Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, I post daily clips from the streamer every single day. I don't know, just in the morning. I don't know what time, but follow the Discord server and you can hang out with chat and Discord. If you scroll on the page, you'll see these two Twitch panels. If I'm not online and streaming, you can click the About tab. If you're on YouTube, check the description. But I have a charm in Rainbow Six if you want to get it. Sub to me on Twitch, link up your Ubisoft account, Twitch account, and you'll get my Ingame Rainbow Six charm for free on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, all guns and operators, all future guns and operators, and you only have to sub to me one time for 1 month, and you get to keep the charm forever. Tier 1, 2, or 3 sub, gifted sub, or free with Prime. So just sub, link your account, get the charm, and keep it forever. If you have Amazon Prime, you can click here and link up your Amazon account, Twitch account. You can link it family or friends with their permission, or you can do a free trial. Any way that you have your account linked up, you could sub to me for free. So appreciate if you do that. So tier 1, 2, or 3 sub, gifted sub. If you give someone a sub, they get the charm. You get gifted a sub, you get the charm, or free with Prime. So, but every month you just sub one time for a month to get the charm. But every month you actively sub, you get 60 emotes, sub badge, no ads, Discord roll, and of course support the stream. So get the charm. Last and final thing is the bidet. If you buy that 35,000 square foot house with like 17 bedrooms, you know what you're going to need? 17 bidets, okay? But yeah, this is what the bidet looks like. If you want to get it, it is pretty easy to do so. Just type extranet bidet in Twitch chat, check below in the panel's description, or you can go on Amazon.com and search Throne Bidet. It is $59.99. There's free shipping within the United States. If you have Prime, it comes there faster, but you do not need Prime. You get free shipping anyways. Comes in white or black. Okay, it's an Amazon choice item, and it's also available in Canada. But if you're in Canada, you got to go to Amazon.ca. So the Canadian Amazon. Okay, search Throne Bidet. Pick it in black or white, right? Whichever one you want. It's $81.86 Canadian dollars. So it's roughly the same price in both countries. Sorry, Canada, your currencies were significantly less. So I tried to price them the same in both countries. It's probably cheaper in Canada right now, actually, because they're the Canadian dollar has fallen more since I made this. But yeah. Anyway, available free shipping within Canada. And if you have Prime, it's just faster, but you get free shipping within Canada either way. So, the way that it works, comes in this nice box. Inside the box comes the bidet and all of the parts to install it. The way that it works, you mount this piece underneath your existing toilet seat, lock into place, and connect your existing water supply line. Okay. The way that it works is after you take a shit, you click this button, a nozzle will drop down and it will spray a stream of water to your butt. You move your butt around, it knocks all the poop off your butt, Turn the knob to your desired pressure, and when you're done, click the stop button. Female wash option for the ladies, and there is a self-cleaning function right here. Okay, the nozzle actually cleans itself. So, how would you use a bidet when you could use, toilet paper, wet wipe, baby wipe, something like that, right? Well, you would never want to use those things because they're just not as clean. If you shat on your hand, you wouldn't use toilet paper, wet wipe, baby wipe, something like that, right? You would actually wash it off. So why would you do it differently for your ass? Okay. Um, People think that bidets are like weird, sus, whatever, but they're used all over the rest of the world. Majority of people on Earth clean their ass with a bidet. It's just the U.S., Canada, a few other countries that really don't use bidets. But yeah, most of the world uses them, and it makes sense logically, right? It's cleaner and faster. If you got shit on your hand, you'd wash it off. You wouldn't use it, toilet paper on your hand or a wet wipe. You'd wash it off. So why'd you do anything differently for your butt? It's weird to walk around with shit on your ass all day. Okay. So it's cleaner and faster. You still do use some toilet paper, but you use about 80 to 90% less. You only use a very small amount to dry the clean water off your butt. You throw it down the toilet, flush it down, wash your hands, right? Well, because you're using 80 to 90% less toilet paper, you're saving a boatload of money. Okay. In addition to the monetary savings, you also, more environmentally friendly. There's toilet paper shortages, you're good to go. Less toilet and plumbing clogs. If you have a septic tank, less pumping of that out. Better for your city's waste treatment plant and water systems and stuff. Okay. This bidet should hopefully pay itself off many times over just in toilet paper savings alone. I used to buy a $20 pack of toilet paper like every month or so, and I buy it like every 6 months or so now. So, huge savings. Additionally, for the bidet too, common questions that I get is, does it fit my toilet? It should pretty much fit almost any toilet universally. All the parts are included in the box to install it, and you can install it yourself. You do not need a special, a plumber or a handyman or something like that. There's a detailed instruction booklet in the box, but even better, there's a professionally produced video on the listing. You can watch the video on how to install it before you do so, just you can see how easy it is. Okay. Additionally, people ask if the water goes up your ass. It does not. That is an enema. Okay, this is a bidet. Just squirts water at your butt. Okay. The water is clean water, not dirty water. It comes before the toilet. It's the same water that comes in your shower. Doesn't require electricity or a plug behind the toilet. It's purely mechanical and runs off the water pressure in your house like a shower does. It doesn't hurt. It's not a pleasure device. Okay, it's not dirty toilet water. Once again, the water comes before the toilet. It's clean water that comes out, not toilet water. Same water that comes out of the shower. So, those are just some common questions that I get. It's also an Amazon Choice item. So if if you don't know how the Amazon Choice badge works, basically there's like thousands of items and categories. So for example, mine is bidets, and Amazon was like, "Well, you made a great product, so we're gonna award the Amazon Choice badge," which is pretty cool. Additionally to that, if you don't know, like I said, it's my bidet. That might you'd be like, "What the hell do you mean by that?" This is not a sponsorship. I don't have an investor. This is not a drop shipped, rebadged, or rebranded product. I actually took a year and a half of my time and like 75 grand to develop this product. I have patents for it in multiple different countries as well as trademarks, and I also own the mold to produce it. I spent closer to $200,000 on the full launch between inventory and marketing. So it's quite a big investment, but I wanted to make a bidet that was affordable for people, yet still high quality. Right? It has a metal braided supply line, a metal T, metal connection on the back, metal prongs that are detachable so you can take it off easier, nice tactile buttons, thicker and higher quality plastics. And the reason I did this basically is, if you don't know the bidet market, there's a bunch of bidets that are like around the price of my bidet, but they're trash. They'll break on you like, 6 months, a year, whatever. Mine is meant to last, right? It'll last you hopefully many years, and just built higher quality. So most bidets that are like in the price range of my bidet are trash. Okay. Now there is upmarket stuff that's 300, plus dollars, 500 plus dollars, thousands of dollars. Those last, but I wanted people to have something affordable, even if you decide to get one of those nice bidets to put this on, if you have a guest bathroom toilet or something, right? Or an extra powder room bathroom, whatever, something like that, right? So, or just put them on all your toilets. They're basically to be a truly economical choice of a good quality product for a good price. And I think I did that. I got an Amazon Choice badge. So if you do buy one and you like it, tell your friends and family and stuff like that, or if you previously purchased one, and leave a review. So if you're able to leave a review, I appreciate it. You can just leave a star rating. It takes 2 seconds. If you You take the extra time to do a written review or a photo review or a video review. No, you don't have to be in or show poop or anything. You can just take a picture of the toilet or whatever. That's fine with the bidet on it. However you want to do it. Appreciate it very, very much. Those help out a ton. Meeps, thank you for the 5-month resub. Welcome back. Very much appreciated. You care about our buttholes more than we do, and that's love. Exactly. So pick one up today. Throne Bidet, available on Amazon and Amazon.ca. We are sold out on Walmart. I apologize. We'll hopefully be back in stock soon. But other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll be playing the test server and shit. I'll leave you guys with a rerun, and I'm gonna get some slumber. And yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I always appreciate it very much. Sales when we're buying that house. I would not want to buy that house. That is a fucking crazy headache, and also just I don't know, just a lot of money and a lot of permanent expenses between utilities and property taxes and insurance and all that. Dude, to live in that house is probably like over, even if you get the property taxes reduced. I mean, right now, what it would cost is like $200,000 a year to live there. If you got the property taxes and stuff reduced and negotiated good for insurance and all that kind of stuff, maybe you could get away with $100K a year. You know, it's crazy expensive. But anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Later, everybody. Ah. How's it going, chat? How is it going? Sorry, I had to restart the stream anyway because it was at like 48 hours or something because of the reruns and stuff. And then I figured it was a good time because I had some Windows updates and stuff that were pending, and I'm like, why don't I just slam them out right now? And this way you don't have to, finish it off. Right. But how is everybody doing? Oh yeah, I should probably pull up with there's new drops actually coming too. Dude, I don't know why my tracker is still not opening up. I'm getting a QB anti-cheat restart. That's fun. Getting a QB anti-cheat. Okay, so fix the drops. Drops command. So first of all, thank you very much to Ubisoft as well for hooking us up with drops on the stream. So the new drops are coming at 1 hour. You get an esport pack, and at 3 hours, and then at 5 hours you get an Iona headgear, and then at 7 hours an Iona uniform, 9 hours an esport pack, 11 hours esport pack. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Probably write that in. Okay. Okay. For esport packs. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, first and foremost, thank you very much to Ubisoft for the drops. Don't forget to watch the stream to get them. Once again, 1 hours, 3 hours, 9 hours, 11 hours, you can get 4 esport packs. And then at 5 hours, you get the Iona headgear, 7 hours Iona uniform. So thank you very much to Ubisoft for hooking us up with drops on the stream. Additionally, if you haven't got it yet, you can sub to me on Twitch and get my Ingame Rainbow Six charm. Works on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, all guns and operators, all future guns and operators. You can sub free with Amazon Prime and get it, or just sub one time for 1 month and you get to keep it forever. Little Timmy, thank you for the 10-month resub. What's up, KG? Little Timmy. Well, thank you much to Weevil as well. Food stamps for the 18 months. Good evening, sir. Hope you and the family are doing great. Doing good, buddy. And Mr. World Eater WMV, thank you for the 5 months. What's going on, dude? Mr. Icy for the Prime. Snubs with the 2 months. Seeds for the Prime. Deadly Winter with the 63 months. Blue Flame. Anar Chips. Traitor, V10 Fogue. Rhythm of Chaos. Hisoquin. fucking mean. Nils, Julian, Jion, and with the 12 months, used to watch you all the time. Thank you very much. That was the last sub from yesterday. We did have a rerun going, so now we're no longer on the rerun. We are live. Live. Game started in about like 4 hours, roughly. 4 hours, roughly, something like that. Something like that. So, Rescaps, we are live. Yep, indeed. Not a rerun anymore. We're indeed live. Full live. What's on, Joe Mason? What's on, A. Rodriguez? What's on, Jamil? What's going on, Timmy? What's on, Joe? What's on, Glurp? What's up, Mr. Straw Hat? 10 a.m. siege in Germany. Yep. What's on, Smurfin? All right.
He is breakdancing his rook.
Bryson Swung, thank you to Trim Sub, very much appreciated. Thank you. All right. That.